Please, this is ridiculous. Everyone knows that Duolingo is the only free way to learn a language. You're talking about it as if you know better than me, and I have a 1,000-day streak in French.
Oui, très bien. Et est-ce que tu parles français maintenant?
You idiot, I said French, not Spanish.
12 free websites, apps, and browser extensions to help you learn languages. Now, when I made a list of my top 5 apps and programs for learning languages a year ago, the most common complaint I got was that some of them were not free, even though I said that they were. And by said that they were, I mean I never said or even vaguely implied that, you dullards. But that doesn't matter because apparently people would rather waste their time using a free app like Duolingo that doesn't work than to spend, I don't know, $50 and save themselves about 2,000 hours. To each his own, I guess. But fear not, because for those of you who are smart enough to want to save your money, but also smart enough to use tools that actually work, here are 12, not 10, not 11, but 12 free digital tools that you can use to actually help you to learn a language. Vas-y. At number 12, Forvo. Forvo is basically a world pronunciation depository. So if you come across some word that could be pronounced Sha-Oz or shoes or Sha-Oz or something else, Forvo can save you from all this chaos. Want to settle an argument on how to pronounce PewDiePie's name?
Felix Arvid Ulf Kjellberg.
Just det. And you can use it to practice expressions and sentences that native speakers have added, which will contain the word that you've looked up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop. Everything. This is why I shouldn't record videos in a hurry. I've just realized that I've doubled up on one of the apps, so it's included in the list twice, which of course means there's 11, not 10. So I better talk about Anki. At number 11 we have Anki. Why not? I don't personally use Anki yet. I am planning to start using it, but it's a little bit clunky and just a bit weird, and a lot of people don't like it for that reason, and I agree with them. However, there's a guy called Matt vs Japan. He has used Anki to great success, and so have many language learners. Anki, number 11. Let's just pretend that never happened. Moving on to number 10. At number 10 we have Bookmate. Now technically Bookmate is a paid ebook service, but the platform itself is free, and all the tools for language learning are available for free. If you upload your own ebooks to Bookmate and you've got a decent sized phone, you've essentially got a very decent color e-reader, complete with translation, note-taking and highlighting. Now, if you don't believe me that even the free version of Bookmate is worthwhile for language learning, then I urge you to check it out because it's really good. Numbers 10 and 9 are 2 websites from a small Silicon Valley startup called GoOgle. They have one program called GoOgle Docs and another called GoOgle U, Tubby.
So lame. Google Docs and YouTube, as if we haven't heard of those.
Look mate, you said free, don't come whinging to me when they're from tech giants. Of course you've heard of these things, you're using one of them right now, but you may not be using it in the most helpful way for language learning. With Google Docs, when you're having a conversation with a partner or a language tutor online, get a Google Doc between you going. You can both edit it at the same time and see that in real time. It's always saved and it can spell check in more than one language at a time. As for YouTube, there are steps to doing this properly. Step 1, finish watching this video and like it and subscribe. Step 2, create a new account. This will be your target language only account. Search for a video in the target language, any video, a video aimed at native speakers. It could be a music video, whatever you're interested in. Watch it, like it, comment on it, repeat for a different video. What you are doing is telling the YouTube algorithm that it should only suggest videos in the target language. If it suggests a video in a different language, English or your language, tell it you're not interested. Then, whenever you want to practice the language on YouTube, log into that account and you should only ever see stuff in that language as long as you keep telling it you're not interested in anything else. Note that if you want a more full immersion experience, you can change the language that the YouTube interface is in, but that is specific to your machine, not to your account. However, I do think it's worth doing, and I also think it's worth using your browser's full screen mode, which means that even when YouTube isn't in full screen, the taskbar and the shortcuts bar and everything is hidden. It may seem like a small thing, but for me, it really results in a boost in focus, and that is a massive thing when learning a language. If you spend an hour a day on YouTube completely in the target language rather than in your native language, that's the equivalent to 10 weeks full-time work in the target language per year. Number 8, and talking about watching videos in the target language, there's a browser extension called Video Speed Controller. This allows you to control the speed of video playback down to much finer increments than the built-in one on YouTube, and it has shortcuts that make switching between the speeds much easier, and it also gives you the same capacity to do this on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. It's very easy to use, it's completely customizable, and an absolute game changer when it comes to trying to understand spoken language that was made for native speakers. On YouTube, the minimum you can slow a video down by is 25%, which gives you that unpleasant digital echo feeling. But with Video Speed Controller, you can happily watch an entire video at about 90%, which can aid your comprehension greatly. Also, shameless plug, I have another channel, The Reykjavik Review, in which I review non-English language TV shows and movies, so check that out. Music Speed Changer. Music Speed Changer is the same thing, but for music files on your phone. It gives you 100% control over how fast audio is played, and it gives you loop options. So if you want to hear one sentence from an audiobook 100 times at 83% of its original speed, easy. If you want to practice a sentence 50 times getting very slightly faster every time, also easy. Maybe you want to record yourself and hear that back slower or faster, done. It's a very handy app, I use it every day. Next thing, 50languages.com. 50languages.com has an insanely large catalogue of MP3 files with native speakers saying different phrases and sentences. You can very easily download an entire topic in any language or any 2 languages of your choice, so that in those files you will have those sentences in your native language and in their translation, or the other way around, or just the target language, or whatever. The customization options are numerous, which makes it perfect for pretty much anyone at any level. It's particularly good if you like to listen while you're driving or exercising. Number 5, italki.
Oh, come on, are you serious? Italki is not free.
Shut up. Yes, it is. Italki is a great way to connect to other language learners who already speak your target language and who are learning your language. Or if you're at a higher level, you can find people who are also learning your target language and connect with them. And these parts are entirely free. I do think that's a great way to get started on Italki. However, listen up. Even if you're not planning on using a tutor, which is totally fine, please, to create your account, use the link in the description. What that does is to tell them that I sent you, and that information is saved for like all time, which means that if you ever decide to use a tutor one day in the future, which in my opinion is well and truly worth it for a bunch of different reasons, it will give you $10 extra to whatever you put in your account, and it will give me $10 extra. Don't do what I did and just create one out of nowhere and miss out on that $10 because I'm a chump. Number 3, Bubbler. Bubbler is my preferred online dictionary, but any of the proper online dictionaries can be used, it's up to you. Bubbler is extremely detailed, and the reason that I prefer it is that it's nice to look at and to navigate. No, it doesn't have every single language, but it does have tons and tons of interesting and useful information. I very rarely read or write in my target language without referring to Bubbler. Number 2, the Pod 101 series. Now, you may know the Pod 101 series from their actual podcasts like Chinese Pod 101, German Pod 101, etc. But the little known hack with Pod 101 is that basically all the material you could ever need to learn a language is on their website for free. Now, they have recently paywalled some of it, but they've really only paywalled the convenience. The material is still there if you know how to get it. But this is all irrelevant anyway, since when you first create an account, they give you the opportunity to get premium access for 1 month for $1. Now, I'm going to let you find out what you can do with that month, but just trust me, it's worth a lot more than $1. Number 1, if the Pod 101 series doesn't have the language that you're interested in learning, then that is a pretty obscure language, but that's fine because it will almost certainly be on mangolanguages.com.
Ugh, how many times do I need to tell you that I'm only interested in things that are free?
And how many times do I need to tell you to shut up? Mango Languages is technically not free. However, they have partnered up with a huge number of the world's libraries. In fact, when you sign up, the first thing they ask you for is your library membership number. And I actually had to go looking to find out if an individual can even pay for it. Yes, they can, but their business model is very clearly aimed at library and businesses. When you consider this model, it's incredible how painless the signing up process is. It's basically like logging into an account that you never knew you had. And from there, you can access any and all of nearly 70 languages. 70. Is it a fantastic program? No. Is it fine with a clean interface that doesn't make things unnecessarily confusing? Yes. Is it quite comprehensive? Yes. It offers as many as 700 lessons in some of their biggest languages like German and Spanish. Would I consider using my free account to get myself started in a language like Serbian, Icelandic, or Finnish? Absolutely I would. And just a quick note on the whole, this assumes I live in a city with a library that's signed up to Mango and everything. Look, if you need library numbers, then I know a guy. And you probably know a guy too, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway guys, those were my top 11, I think I ended up with, free language learning tools and apps to get you started or help you continue in a language. I'm sure I missed at least 10 that I don't even know about, so let me know in the comments. And I've got lots more videos on how to learn languages and how to do it well, how to save time, how not to use Duolingo, all that stuff. Check those out. Check out my other channel, like I said before. Whatever. See ya. $10 extra to whatever you put in your account, and it will also give me $10 extra to whatever you put in your account. Now, well, no, that's not Random Tools do. Shut up! Birds, shut up! That was the perfect take until then.